In this video, we're going to take a look at views in PowerPoint 2016. And before we can do that, we need something to look at. So we're going to go to the File tab here and choose New. And we're going to go to Education here for the templates. And we are going to pick Welcome to Room 101, Safety Procedures. And we will click on that. We'll click on the Create button here and download the file. And this is a slideshow that has been pre-designed. And looks like we've got 8 slides here. And we're going to take a look at some of the different views for looking at your slideshow. This is normal view. We need to go to the View tab up here, which I already had open. So this is normal view, and you get the thumbnails over here on the left. The current slide is going to be indicated by, in my case, an orange outline. It may be a different color depending on what kind of theme you have for PowerPoint, but it'll show you which one is selected by outlining it, and you get a large version of the slide over here. This is where you do the editing, and this is just lets you guys see where it is in the show, and so if you want to make some changes, you can drag them and move them around. Then there's outline view, which I don't think is all that useful. It's kind of the same as normal view, except instead of a picture over here, it just shows you the text. Now you can actually click on the text over here and edit it. So if I click over here and delete the word bathroom, I'm going to hit delete now. It changes on the slide as well. So it's a two-way street. You can do it either on the left or you can do it on the right. I'm going to do a Control-Z to bring that back here. But I think most people prefer editing over here, and if that's the case, I would just recommend the normal view. There's a slide sorter view, which is really useful. It lets you see all of your slides, and you can move them around and rearrange them. We've got a slider down here, which will let us either make them smaller or larger, so you can crowd more or fewer slides on the screen, depending on how long your show might be. And you can also move them around. So if I want to take this bathroom breaks one and change it and put it over here in the third position, it's selected right now with an outline. Just click on it and drag it to the third position and let go, and now you've rearranged your slideshow. You can also do the usual Windows selection stuff here. You can click on the first one, and if you want multiple selections, you can shift click, hold the shift key down and click on the last one. And now if I click and drag these 3, they all move together. If I want to move them to the end of the show, all 3 of those are now at the end of the show. I am going to undo that, so I'm back to where my slideshow was originally. And the other thing you can do is if you've got several slides here, but they're not adjacent, and you want to move them. So let's say I want to take the second one and the fourth one and move those to the end. I can do a control click on anything after the first one, and then click and drag, and those 2 move together, and I'll move those to the end of my slideshow, and there they are. And I'm also going to do an undo on that. You can also do a Control-Z to undo. There is a notes page view, which lets you look at notes that you may want to attach to each slide. So if you want, you don't want to put everything you want to say on the slide. So if you want to make sure there's some points you don't forget, you can put them on a notes area down here and then print this off. And when you print it off, you'll get the slide on the top and you'll get your notes down here on the bottom, and that way you can make sure that you don't forget to make any points that you want to make. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is Reading View. And Reading View, I'm not sure is all that useful. They try to do the same thing here that they do in Word when they use Reading View, and that is to kind of treat it like a book. So now there's no scrolling, but I can hit the right arrow, which I just did. I can hit the down arrow, and I can hit page down, and those will all move me through the slideshow. And I can go backwards. I can do page up, which I'm going to do right now. I can do a left arrow, which I'm going to do right now. And I can do an up arrow, which I'm going to do right now. And I'm back where I was before. So it lets you read it like a book, but I don't know how many slideshows people want to read like a book. Let's click on or press on the escape key, or you can also close up here, and it'll take you back into the previous view, which was our notes pages view, and the place I want to stay here is in the normal view. That's where you're probably going to do most of your work. Looks like we got a little error here in the template. I'm just going to widen this text box just a little bit here until the word evacuation appears all on one line. Okay, there are also some other options down here on the bottom of the taskbar. There is a button here for normal view, just like there is on the View tab. There is one for slide sorter. There's one for reading view. And then there's one for the slideshow itself. And if you click on that, it will take up the slideshow beginning on the slide that you're on right now. When you're done, just hit escape, which I'm going to do now, and it takes you back into your normal view. There are some other ways to start your slideshow. There's a slideshow tab up here, and if you want to start it from the beginning, you can use this button, but the shortcut is also F5, which is kind of a common command for starting something. And if you want to start from the current slide, you can do a Shift F5 or just click on this button up here. So I'm just going to do an F5 right now, and it takes me to the beginning slideshow. And now I can work my way through the slideshow. I'm just going to use the down arrow here, and there's my slideshow. When I get to the end, if you hit the down arrow one more time and then hit escape, it'll take you back into normal view. And those are the views in PowerPoint 2016.